Okay, so today we're diving deep into the Amazon. But here's the thing. This isn't just a story about a river. We're talking about a world of secrets. A place where the water literally changes its name, its color, and, get this, sometimes even flows backward. Scientists say the Amazon is basically its own planet, and we're about to find out exactly why.
I mean, seriously, what if I told you there's a river so powerful that its fresh water physically pushes back the salt of the ocean? A river that can actually flow in reverse. And what if, deep down beneath that exact same river, there was a whole other secret river, just flowing in the dark? Look, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. This is the Amazon.
To really wrap your head around the Amazon's power, just think about this number. Every single second, it pours 209,000 cubic meters of fresh water into the Atlantic Ocean. That's a mind-blowing 20% of all the fresh water that enters the oceans from every single river on Earth combined. In fact, you could take the next 7 biggest rivers in the world, add all their water together, and they still wouldn't match the Amazon. It's just on another level.
So you'd think for a river this massive, something as basic as how long is it would be a settled fact, right? Well, that's where we find our first great mystery, a real battle of the giants that's still being fought today.
For decades, all the textbooks told us the same thing. The Nile is the world's longest river. It clocks in at around 6,650 kilometers, beating the Amazon by about 250 kilometers. But the story doesn't end there. Not at all. A team of South American scientists used satellite tech to remap the Amazon's true source, way up high in the Andes Mountains. And their claim? If you measure from this newly discovered starting point, the Amazon is actually closer to 7,000 kilometers long, which would make it the undisputed champ. The debate is, believe it or not, still officially ongoing.
So yeah, while the argument over which one is longer continues, there is absolutely no argument when it comes to power. In terms of sheer volume of water, how much it's actually carrying, the Amazon is just in a league of its own. It completely dwarfs the Nile and every other river on the planet. It's not even close.
But the Amazon's complexity goes way beyond its size. It's not just one single consistent thing. As it travels through the jungle, it changes its name, it changes its personality, and it even changes its color, creating some of the most unbelievable sights you'll ever see.
Near the city of Manaus in Brazil, something truly wild happens. You have the Rio Negro, a river with water the color of black tea, and it flows into the main Amazon, which has water the color of a milky coffee. And for hundreds of kilometers, they just refuse to mix. They flow side by side in the same riverbed like a perfect two-toned ribbon of water. It's incredible to see.
So how does that even happen? Well, the science behind this amazing spectacle is actually pretty simple. The two rivers have different temperatures, they flow at totally different speeds, and they have completely different mineral densities. It's basically like trying to mix oil and water on a massive scale. For hundreds of kilometers, they just won't combine. This meeting of waters is just a stunning display of how complex this river system really is.
And this brings us to another key part of the Amazon's identity. During the rainy season, the river can swell to an unbelievable width. We're talking up to 48 kilometers wide in some spots. When you're standing on one bank, you literally cannot see the other side. The horizon just looks like the ocean. That's why the local people have the perfect name for it, the River Sea. You know, early explorers were so confused, they actually thought they'd already reached the Atlantic Ocean. But as vast and powerful as the surface river is, its biggest secret isn't on the surface at all. Nope, it was hidden for thousands of years, flowing deep underground, a ghost in the geological machine. For centuries, we all thought we were just looking at one river. But in 2011, scientists drilling deep into the riverbed started asking a totally mind-bending question. What if the Amazon isn't the only river flowing here?
And their discovery was just astounding. They found the Rio Hamza, named after the lead researcher. It's a colossal, slow-moving underground river seeping through porous rock 4 kilometers, that's 2.5 miles, directly underneath the Amazon. Its existence just completely changes how we understand our planet's water cycle. Now, trying to comprehend the scale of the Rio Hamza is, well, it's tough. While the Amazon on the surface is about 48 kilometers at its widest, the Rio Hamza is an incredible 200 to 400 kilometers wide. But where the Amazon is fast and powerful, the Hamza is unbelievably slow, moving just millimeters per second. It's this massive, seeping presence that follows the path of the Amazon like a shadow, proving we still have so much to learn about our own planet's plumbing. So, okay, the Amazon hides a ghost river. But its secrets aren't just geological. It also guards these incredible stories of ancient life and forgotten human history that are only just now coming to light.
Today, the anaconda is king of the Amazon. But 60 million years ago, in that very same region, something far, far more terrifying was in charge. Its name was Titan boa, the largest snake known to have ever existed on Earth. Scientists only discovered its massive vertebrae by complete chance in a coal mine in Colombia.
The size of this creature is just staggering. At an estimated 15 meters or 50 feet long, Titanoboa was longer than a school bus and weighed over a ton. And its regular diet? Oh, just giant turtles and crocodiles. This was a true prehistoric monster, and its existence tells us that the ancient Amazon was way hotter and more humid than it is today, the kind of climate that could support such a massive cold-blooded predator. And just like the jungle hid prehistoric monsters, it also hid entire human civilizations. For centuries, the conventional wisdom among experts was that the Amazon's environment was just too harsh to support large, complex societies. But new technology came along and proved that assumption was completely, totally wrong. Using LiDAR, which is this amazing laser mapping technology, archaeologists were able to peer right through the dense jungle canopy and found something incredible: the ruins of a highly advanced civilization we now call the Kasarabe culture. These people didn't just survive in the jungle, they mastered it. They built 22-meter-tall earthen pyramids, they engineered complex canal networks to manage water, and they connected their cities with long, perfectly straight roads. This discovery is rewriting the history of pre-Columbian America, proving the Amazon was home to sophisticated urban societies long before Europeans ever arrived.
When you put these discoveries on a timeline, you really see just how deep the Amazon's secrets go. You've got Titanoboa from 60 million years ago, the Kasarabe civilization that ended around 1400 AD, and then the Rio Hamza, which we only found out about in 2011. The Amazon is still revealing secrets from completely different eras of Earth's history. And that leads us to our final thought. In just the last decade or so, we found a ghost river and confirmed the existence of lost cities. Before that, we found the fossils of a monster snake. It really makes you wonder, what else is the Amazon hiding? Just beneath the surface, just waiting to be discovered.